So Mayor, as Tampa grows, do you anticipate a bid for more championships and world-class sporting events? And in addition to that, what would you tell people who are just learning more about this Tampa lifestyle? Obviously, we're talking quite a bit about it.
Well, as far as the championships, we've had the Super Bowl, but we have WrestleMania. I mean, you talked about the arts and culture. What could be more cultural than WrestleMania?
Well, that was the reason.
Yeah, or the monster truck pull as well.
Right.
But no, so I had a press conference with Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner, and he was very complimentary of our Tampa Bay region as a whole, but then specifically, how well we showed and how wonderful the people in Tampa Bay are. And so as soon as he finished complimenting, I said, well, we're going to get back in line for another Super Bowl. And he said, as well, you should. And so we are looking at that. But what a lot of people don't know is that we host a lot of athletic events. We received every single NCAA event that we went for this past year. Women's Final Four basketball championship has never been in Florida with the exception of Tampa, and we'll host the fourth one of those. Men's NCAA basketball playoff, women's volleyball playoff, Frozen Four. Who's you can tell when that's in town because everybody's sunburnt but a lot of those smaller events that we look at that are really family centric. And so it's a vacation opportunity for the entire family to come down and enjoy their team. And then just a number of other events that, that we go after. It does put you on the world stage. Clearly the Super Bowl did. That was our opportunity to really show the world that we do truly live in paradise. But those types of events do put the eye on us, but then you have to deliver when people come. And I think that's what Noah has just talked about. The fact that we have that close-knit community, we have an incredible quality of life. We have very low taxes. I mean, look at this weather all of the time. They said 80% chance of rain the Tuesday before Super Bowl, I said I was going to throw myself off the curb. I always feel personally responsible for the weather. And it turned out to be a Chamber of Commerce day and week specifically. And then along the Riverwalk, our outdoor, our parks, our amenities, all of it played so well. And then for us, I often joke with people, I talk about how we love our celebrations, how we love our parades. And I will say, if you give us 2 weeks notice, we'll give you a parade in your honor. Like we're all about that. And, with the Bucks, I mean, it really came true. 24 hours, Darcy Glazier said, we have to have it tomorrow or we're not going to have it. We won't have players. And so we put together a safe celebration in that arena as well. So, as we continue to grow, the way that I like to describe our city is a big city with a small town feel. So as we grow, we have to ensure that we don't lose that small town feel and that we don't lose our diversity and that we're ensuring that everyone gets to prosper from the success that we're going to realize in very short order. So the future is very bright, and I would have to take a moment to say thank you to my predecessors, to Pam Iorio and Bob Buckhorn. I tell Bob every ribbon I cut is his. And now I know why you have to spend 8 years as mayor, because things move a little more slowly in government than, although police, law enforcement is government, things move a little bit slower in transportation and development realm. But very exciting time. And that's what I would say to the rest of the country, any organization, any person that's looking at the Tampa Bay area, is come through the world's greatest airport and take a look for a few days, and you too will fall in love with Tampa Bay.
Indeed.
Can I add just a quick
Please.
thought on the sports? This is the fourth market that I've been a part of, and I've lived in other places that had big name major league sports teams. This is the first market I've been in where I've felt the true partnership of major league sports in trying to help develop the community. And just one example of it, we were working so hard to recruit Copa Airlines to provide nonstop flights from Panama to Tampa International Airport. And it turns out their head of network planning was a huge Yankees fan. And they happened to be playing the Rays that night. And so I made a call to our friends at the Rays, and they said, no problem, we're going to put you front row behind home plate. Not a problem. So we're sitting there in the middle of the first inning, his phone starts blowing up. All of his friends back in Panama who are watching the Yankees are seeing him sitting right there. By the time we got to the 7th inning, he told me, we're coming to Tampa.
There you go.
And it's the little things like that that just demonstrate in a very tangible way how you can make those connections and really make people feel welcome.
Yeah. By the way, it is the little things. It's something just recently I'll share with you, Mayor. Thank you. We wanted to change the name of a road here. You can't get any simpler. There was an oversight on our side, and we had a name of a road that made no sense for us. And we said, let's make it, a name that made sense. I can tell you, in another city, I'm still waiting. It's been over 30 months. Simple things here are simple. And that was taken care of in 6 weeks. And so I think that's part of that progress, that if you can make it simple and easy, as you said, for the Copa gentleman to be able to see on the game, it sounds so easy.
Yeah.
And if you make it easy, wonderful things happen.
And I think that describes the culture of our entire area. And that is, how can we help you accomplish your task or your goal, as opposed to, here's why it can't be done.
Absolutely.
So I think that as simplistic as it sounds, that can-do attitude is really what people are looking for.
Yeah. I don't know if you have felt this way coming to this market, but I think sometimes as a newcomer, you don't know because you haven't been here and you didn't grow up with it, and you haven't always had the palm trees and the beautiful water. You bring those beginner's eyes and it lights up in front of you. I've been here now for 10 years, and I tell you, I still, every single day when I wake up, I look around and say, this is amazing. And I think that it's that kind of energy that infects all of us that are recent transplants to this market. And we just want to share that story because it's so much fun here.
And it's a beautiful story. And I think the rest of the country and even the world is recognizing it. We have other projects in Orlando and South Florida, in Jacksonville, and we have a small office in Beijing. And we've had clients that we deal with for our Orlando project say, do you have anything in Tampa? And to us, that's interesting that they would bring it up. And I think, as time goes on, more and more people are seeing what Tampa offers.
Yes, without a doubt.
And I'd like to add also, the mayor was talking about how we're having parades and we've done them safely. I think that is also a component to this as well that we might be overlooking, or maybe we haven't talked about yet. The way that you've handled the COVID-19 and our businesses and the safety protocols. I mean, how many people could have had a Super Bowl that wasn't a super spreader event? And that was just in the news recently, that we successfully had a Super Bowl that was not a super spreader COVID event. So I think the measures that have been taken and put in place by the mayor have really helped accelerate a lot of these things. People feel safe coming here because they know it's a place that takes it serious and it's going to put the precautions in place to keep people safe.
Yes, true.